but that's only down to COVID and lockdown and all that sort of thing. Whoa. Well, hello everybody and welcome to the channel. My name is Paul Blackwell and this is Buster's Boy, to talk about all things camping and photography. Alas, no camping talk today. Today we're looking more on the photography side of things. And with that brings me to a place called Beacon Hill in Leicestershire. Now, rather embarrassing to talk about this, but it's actually my third time up this week. I came a week ago and forgot some essential gear, namely tripod and a little filter kit as well. No problem, I'll come again. It's quite local for me. So I came up again yesterday, checked the audio, and the wind was just horrendous. The shadow of my camera and tripod is in view, but that's easy to clone out than me. That landscape's looking good. Hence the reason why I'm wearing a little muffy thing on my lapel. Hopefully you can hear me okay, and hopefully the video's okay too. I'm shooting this whole video on the Insta360 1R in the 360 mode, and there are some big cows. There are some big cows. You know I've got to go in there, right? They're probably very tame. They were yesterday. Right, time to avoid the cow dung. Yeeks. I was going to put a ring in my ear for a while. Okay, so we're going to walk over to these rocks, and then you should see quite a good view. I would say spectacular, but I will remind you it is overcast. And apologies if you're eating. I really wouldn't eat while watching this video. There's a lot of cow pats. Now, I was up here yesterday, as I said, and I took some photos of a cow. I don't know what breed they are, Highland. They're big and they've got horns, that's all I do know. Oh, yeah. And this spire, I don't know what you call it, Summit Peak, Ordnance Survey thing, that was here. And then we had the cow just down here. So, a couple of failed trips up here. Luckily I don't live too far away, and this is in my neck of the woods. But what a view. Now over in that direction we've got Nottingham. Just below us here we've got Loughborough, University Town, and then in that direction over there we've got Leicester. Now, to give you a few facts about Beacon Hill, it is the second highest point in Leicestershire at 802 feet. I believe that's 252 meters though. I'll change that below if that is the case. So before I begin today's video in earnest, I'm going to let you into the pictures that I took recently in the previous two trips. Okay, right. Let's try this. I think I'm going to need an ND grad with this, or HDR, but personally I'd rather go with an ND grad. Right, for those of you who don't know what camera I'm using a Canon EOS 6D full frame digital camera, 20 megapixels. I have a 16 to 35 f4 IS USM L lens on the front. We're going to shoot this scene at 16mm f11 ISO 100. Okay, the first thing I do is I'm going to go into light view, get a good reading for the balance. That's 1/30 of a second, and just as I thought, it's a little bit overexposed. So, with that in mind, filters pouch, now I'm actually using the Lee foundation kit. This is a lens adapter, 77mm to suit the lens. Screw that in on the front. Now, because I'm using a tripod, make sure the image stabilization is turned off. And I've got this, which is a filter holder, and that clips on the front. Now, why am I using ND grad? What is an ND grad? First of all, I'd like to get the filter on. There we go, that's fine. Now, the sky is obviously brighter than the land, and we want to balance that out because the camera can't see like the way that you and I can. So we use an ND grad, which is a square piece of glass or resin that's dark on the top, a little bit like sunglasses, and clear at the bottom. Now I'm going to use a medium. So there we go, it's dark at the top and clear at the bottom. And that just slides in at the front of the filter holder. And turn the camera back on. Slide that back in until the lighter parts of the sky are darkened sufficiently and the histogram is about even. Zoom in. Okay, 10-second timer. There we go. It actually looks a bit dull, but check my histogram again. Yeah, it looks okay. First one down. Now I've chosen this composition simply for the fact I like the way the rocks sweep around and then you've got the horizon that's level. We're not going to get any groundbreaking shots today, the clouds just aren't going to allow it, it's just too dull and flat light. We can try our best though. Beacon Hill, 802 feet. Quennyborough, 9 miles. Where's Old John, which is at Bradgate Park, which I filmed early in the year, 2.5 miles. Leicester, 8 miles. Breedon on the Hill, 8.25 miles, all places I've been to before. Wow, that's a beautiful view. You really can. I mean, even on a misty, foggy day like this, you can still see for miles. It's beautiful up here. Well worth a visit. Right. Okay. Now, a lot of times when I get to a scene, I like to walk around it, look at it from various angles, standing up, kneeling down, getting low down, and seeing what works. Would it work in a 16:9 format, or a 3:2, or maybe even a 4:5? For a scene like this, you can need to shoot in landscape. I don't think portrait would do it any justice. I'm also looking for any sort of leading lines. Now, I'm somebody who loves rule of thirds, leading lines, foreground interests. If I can combine those three elements into an image, then I'm really happy. And this is what I love about photography, where it's like a puzzle. Coming to a scene like this, I'm trying to find those three elements primarily. It's not the be all and end all if I don't get them. Rules are meant to be broken, and they're not rules, they're more guides. I love looking for leading lines in a scene like this. And it can be something from the most obscure, like a faint footpath or a line of rocks. Okay, there is a very faint leading line, which if I get from the bottom left-hand corner and will lead your eye up to, I have no idea what it's called. It's got a compassing on top. Please put it in the comments below if you know what it is. Now I'm going to shoot this, I think 16:9 or 16:10. Okay, manual, f11, ISO 100. Almost on target. Image stabilisation is off because we don't need it because we've got a tripod. Zoom in, and away we go. 10-second timer, so we don't get any camera shake. Now, if it was bright sunshine, I'd probably stand back because I don't want to cast shadow onto the scene, and that's all right. Hello.
Morning.
Morning. I think we found our candidate. We don't want f11 now for a portrait. We're going to go for f3.5. Don't forget to turn off. Because we're dealing with livestock here, silent shutter. Wow, looking straight at me. Maybe I come over here. I've got 2 cows, the price of 1, and we've got a nice tree to balance things up. That's very nice. Sorry guys, but I am absolutely in my element here. I think I'm going to go for, it's about portraits. I love how that tree, I love how the tree on the left hand side balances the image out. Even though it's out of focus and that, it just adds, it adds balance to the image. Wow. I could never imagine this before. Ah, wow, that's brilliant. The cow was just laying there, just letting me take the photos. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. All right, I think the cloud's stubborn today, very stubborn. It's, yeah, as far as the eye can see, really. I'd like to take this opportunity while I'm at it to thank everybody who's liked, commented and subscribed recently. I do get to read a lot of the comments lately, and I will reply or respond as and when I can. Usually I read them about every 2 or 3 days. Bear in mind as I try and climb up here. Ooh. Yeah, the photos I've taken today, I'll post them on my Instagram page, which you can see listed below. If any of you would like to like, comment and subscribe, please feel free to do so. It helps the channel no end, and it really incites me to keep working at this, keep working harder and try and make better content for you guys. Yeah, I started YouTube because I wanted to do sort of home videos on my adventures and that, and it's brilliant. I can't believe like people from across the globe, Poland, Arizona, California, to name but a few, getting in contact. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and I'd like to thank everyone for getting in contact. It makes my day, it really does. What a view. These are a little bit slippery. So yeah, if you'd like to subscribe, it'll do me a world of good. And there will be more videos coming soon, both camping and photography related. I know I've concentrated a lot on the camping lately, but that's only down to COVID and lockdown and all that sort of thing. Whoa! Ooh. Boom, 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 boom. That was a close call. Right. Back on terra firma. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to head back to the car now. Thanks very much for watching. Hope to see you next one. So from me at Beacon Hill, bye bye for now.